Once upon a time, there was a handsome young prince who lived in a beautiful castle. He had everything his heart desired, but many people in the village thought he was a little, spoiled. If the prince wanted new shoes, he got them. If the prince wanted his favorite food, it was delivered on a silver platter.
Thank you very much.
One time, this young man said he wanted every room in the castle to have a mirror in it, so he could look at his glorious self wherever he would go. Now, I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, the last thing I want to do is look in the mirror. My hair is a mess. On a cold night, there was an old woman who didn't have a home. She roamed the streets at night, looking for food and a warm place to rest. She knocked on the castle door. The prince answered, and she asked,
"Oh, Mr. Prince, please show me some kindness and give me a loaf of bread and a warm blanket."
Out of my sight.
The prince was disgusted by her appearance and told her to leave at once.
Dirty old
He didn't want to be bothered with her, so he pointed his finger toward the cold, dark forest. Out, out, out! As the poor old woman turned to leave, she gently told the prince,
"I may not have money. I may be old and even ugly, but my heart is made of love, something you don't seem to have."
And just like that, the little old lady put a spell on the prince. She turned the prince into a beast. And she told him if he could learn how to be nice and learn to love from his heart, and also be loved in return, the spell would be broken and he would turn back into a prince. But if he did not change, he would remain a beast forever. Years would pass, and the beast grew older and scarier looking. He started to get depressed, thinking to himself he would never fall in love, and certainly no one would ever fall in love with him.
When will my true love find me? How long will it be for you to see there's a change in me?
Not too far from the castle, there lived a darling young woman. And can you guess what her name was? You're right! Belle! She was a good friend to all, and her heart was filled with kindness and love. She also enjoyed reading books and skipping and singing. Her father was kind as well, but he was a little funny at times. His hair stood straight up in the air, and he was a bit confused. But that didn't bother Belle. She adored her father. Well, as time went on, people started to talk and whisper about Belle and her dad. You could hear them whispering, "Belle always has her nose in those books. She's always singing and skipping through the village. That father of Belle's is as crazy as a bedbug." Have you ever seen a bedbug? I haven't either, nor do I want to. Oh, let's get back to the story. One cold, dark night, Belle's father, Maurice, was traveling down the lane to visit the local fair to show off his latest science gadget that he invented. He got spooked by some howling wolves, and he turned down the wrong road, which led him to the castle. The following morning, Belle wondered where her father was, as he always joined her for breakfast. One of the local shoemakers told her that he was seen going down the path the night before, headed right for the castle. This worried Belle, and she right away ran off to find her father. She came up to the castle and didn't even knock. She burst through the door and demanded to see her father, as she sensed he was there. Mrs. Potts and her friends led her down to the dungeon, where poor Maurice was found. But guess what? The beast let out a blood-curdling roar that shook the walls of the castle. This creature terrified Belle, but she was brave. "Please, frightful beast, free my father. He has done nothing wrong."
No!
Screamed the beast. "My father is not well. He is old, and he needs to go home where he'll be warm and safe. If you must, take me in exchange for my father." The beast agreed, and Maurice was freed, but Belle was taken to a room in the castle.
You will stay here with me from now on. You will join me for dinner tonight. No questions asked. You will pay dearly if you don't do as I say.
How long must I stay here? When will I be free? But something is telling me there may be something here for me. Belle didn't take well to his orders. "You will be nice, or I will not join you for dinner. You will respect me, or I won't show you any respect." Days passed, and actually, the beast got a little nicer, as he knew he couldn't boss Belle around. And his heart fluttered every time he set his eyes on Belle. Her smile, her beautiful eyes, the way she would sing. Now, I don't know about you, but I think maybe the beast was falling in love with Belle. One afternoon, Belle and the beast were outside having a cup of tea and laughing, and Belle was teaching the beast how to skip. Meanwhile, a nasty wolf approached the beast and growled at him, and the two fought back and forth. Oh, it was a frightful sight. The wolf actually scratched him so badly that Belle bandaged him up and got him all better.
Belle, I'd like to say thank you for tending to my wound,
said the beast, and the two gazed into each other's eyes. They both felt something for each other. Could it be that they are falling in love? From that day on, the beast tried to be a proper host. He showed Belle his library, and she began to teach him how to act like a gentleman. Now remember, we already know that the beast loves Belle. All we need now is for Belle to fall in love with the beast. One night, while she was teaching him to dance, the beast asked,
My dearest Belle, are you happy here with me?
Yes, I am. I love you. And with that, the two kissed as they danced. The beast truly had changed. His heart was tender and kind. He even invited Belle's father to live with them in the castle. At that very moment, the spell was broken. In one magical instant, the beast turned back into a prince, and the two lived happily ever after. Woo! Now, I don't believe people can cast spells. That's just a story. But I do know this. Always try to have love in your heart. Be kind to those in need, And never judge a book by its cover. That means you can't know what someone is like just by looking at them. You have to know their heart. Do you have a good, kind heart? Yes, yes you do. Take care, my dear friend. I will see you next time.